Welcome to Star Live Season 2 Musician, where we interview your favorite K-pop stars. I'm your host, Lisa Kelley, and today we have the fabulous, the sexy, the beautiful, and I know so many people want to know so much about this girl. I'm dying to find out myself. Let me introduce the beautiful Alexa.
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, great to be here.
Please say hello.
Absolutely. Hello, guys. It's Alexa. I am ZB Label's first and only artist, debuted October 21st, 2019. Great to be here.
All right, so welcome to Star Live. Alexa is not only known well here in Korea, but last night I did my research. There are a lot of fans of Alexa abroad, and they really love you. They like the fact that you're so outgoing, and they like your energy, I feel like. I'm looking forward to the rest of our interview today. Now, your music recorded over 10 million views. I was going to say one, wow. No, two, 10 million views. Reached number 7 on the Billboard World Digital Song Sales chart. And of course, your background story is really interesting.
Yes.
Started out in a small town, Oklahoma?
Yes, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, in America, where she dreamed of becoming a K-pop star. And then look at you now, boom, here in Korea, realizing your dream. Now we're gonna have to fill in the blanks over there, right?
Yes.
And so you can tell them a lot about your story as well. Let's start from this. When did you start dreaming of becoming, I want to be a K-pop star?
Let's see. Well, I first got into K-pop way back in 2008. But my best friend, she showed me Super Junior. And that's actually how this whole thing started. And they were my gateway, if you will, so to say. And then I got into SHINee. I found people like Na Seohyeon as well.
Wow.
And so that's kind of when like this whole dream started. Like, oh, I want to be a performer, but like a K-pop idol.
Right. Did you enjoy K-pop before then, or this was it like your first discovery of K-pop?
It was definitely my very first discovery. I had never heard of it before. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And so upon seeing this spectacle that
Right.
is K-pop, because you know back then I only consumed Western media. It was a very different thing from what we have in Western culture.
Right.
So it was very intriguing.
Tell me, what did you do to realize your dream? How did you get to Korea? How did this all start?
Like I said, found K-pop back in 2008 through my best friend. And then the year that Hyuna 선배님's solo debut happened with the song Change. And that's the first K-pop dance I ever learned. And so just kind of through then up until middle school, high school, I kept on learning like K-pop dances on the side. I opened an Instagram account when I was in high school. And that's where I started posting my covers like publicly.
Your dance covers?
Yes, my dance
Okay.
covers. And I garnered a little bit of a following. Like up until I closed my account, I think I had about 60,000.
Wow, that's a lot, especially back then, right?
Back then, definitely around
Yeah.
2016-ish, yes. And I saw one of them had posted a video saying it was for this online competition to audition for a like KOCIS in Korea. So I was kind of intrigued. So I asked my friend, hey, what is this? She gave me all the details and I was like, okay, I might as well give it a shot too.
Yeah.
So basically the contest had 3 categories, rap, dancing, and singing. I entered the dance category. I won the dance category. Like 1등 했어요. So I actually got an interview directly with a JYP casting agent. Well, we did not have KOCIS. No 합격s, so we did not pass. So I kind of was a little distraught about that, but you know, I kept sending in online auditions to different companies. I kept practicing every day by myself.
But you kept at it. You kept auditioning, so you didn't give up, right? Where does all that courage come from? You have to be really brave to be like that.
Well, I was actually this close to giving up, actually. But then thankfully, one of the heads at Soompi had sent me an email directly and said, oh, are you not going to participate this year? We were kind of looking forward to it.
last year.
And they had said this year, it's not just, you know, you win a Skype audition or something. Like, whoever wins first place overall will come to Korea for a week.
Right, so I hear you get a ticket to Korea if you win, so at least that's something, right?
It's an incentive. It's an incentive. So I auditioned again. Long story short, won the dance category again, but also won overall most votes. And so when I received the call saying that I had won, they had extended on to a little bit and said, hey, the week before you're supposed to fly out, we plan on filming this mini reality series about training to be a K-pop star. Would you be interested in participating? So of course I said yes.
They're like, yes.
The company that was filming the reality is my current KOCIS, Zany Bros.
And that's another interesting story because so you win, you come to Korea, but actually you had no representative or no company, and then boom, you get lucky. And how did you meet this company? And you guys got along so well, and you're still working today.
Yes.
So this is kind of a good thing, right?
It is. It's a very good thing. I count my lucky stars every day. I'm very grateful and blessed to be in this position.
Oh.
I'm extra. Love me like my name was Adonis. I'm extra. You can call me Freaky Gijibe. Coming at ya. 시선을 완벽하게 지배. The biggest, the best. I'm so reckless. I'm flawless.
All right. So now that you are in Korea, and it's been a couple of years.
Yes.
What were some of those ups and downs that first year, maybe?
Right. I definitely did not speak a lick of Korean when I came here. Granted, being half Korean, but my mother was adopted when she was younger. Whole complicated thing, so we only spoke English at home.
So you do have some Korean blood in
I
you,
do, yes,
right?
I am half,
So that
yes.
must feel good just to be here, right? And
It's
realizing yourself almost?
Because the thing is, I was treated like an Asian person because of my exterior growing up, but I never really truly had a grasp on what it was to be
Right.
Korean or the culture. And so coming here and just living the life that I do, it's given me such like a grand learning experience to
Yeah.
learn more about my mother's homeland, the history. Like there's so much richness in this country that I was unaware of.
That's fantastic. And I think a big part of going anywhere is the language barrier.
Yes.
Then you come here and you can't speak the language. How many words did you know?
Aside from like 안녕하세요 and 제 이름은 알렉사입니다, that's all I knew.
Wow. and it's only been a couple of years in learning this much Korean.
Yes.
No understanding this much Korean, speaking such great Korean. But if you could give them a tip as to how I learned it, or maybe this is easier this way, could you give them a tip?
Of course. I know everybody learns differently. There's kinesthetic learners, auditory, visual. I myself am a visual learner. So, you can watch all the K-dramas and movies that you want, but unless you practice speaking it, you're really never gonna get like the ogyang down for things.
You have this habit too of like mixing your Korean words in the
English.
middle of your English.
Yes. I can't avoid it at this point.
I see so many people do that. It's cute, don't worry about it. I think what's important here, as I said, when I first met you, I feel a lot of positive energy, brimming with energy, I must want to say. But you're constantly smiling. The fact that you tried and tried again, and you had a lot of, difficulties, but you kept trying and you didn't give up. Right? And you finally realizing your dream. Korea is really far away from America. That must be amazing. How does it feel?
Oh boy, every day that I wake up, it still feels like a dream, honestly, It's still very surreal to me. I honestly never thought I would see myself in this position, but again, it is a blessing and I am grateful.
Come and join the revolution.
Now, tell me about your debut. Tell me about the dance that
Ooh.
I hear a lot about, the debut dance.
Yes.
I want to know about this.
Absolutely. Let's see. So we learned that, and then, up until my debut point, I was basically in the practice room for anywhere from 13 to 18 hours a day. By myself, just practicing,
Right.
recording videos, sending it to my staff, taking their notes, redoing things. It was just a very long and strenuous process, but I'd say that the outcome was well worth the struggle.
Here's a question. So you're very strong in dancing. So if someone were to just show you a new dance, are you one of those people who can just pick it up really quick and do a cover dance, or do you need more time? I would think.
Personally, I'd like to say one of my strengths is my memory.
Yeah.
And I tend to pick up choreography pretty fast. So, if
That's
somebody
very cool.
were to just bust a move and say, hey, learn this
Try
30-second thing now, I'd probably pick it up.
That is amazing. You go, girl.
Thank you.
And now let's talk about that music video.
Yes.
Okay, so I hear it's kind of unique.
Yes.
What's it about?
So I myself am a big fan of sci-fi, cyberpunk, things like that. And so my company, thank God, they take my opinions into account. And so they were like, okay, what if we tried like an AI concept? What if that was like the overall
And AI
thing?
is so big right now too, right?
Exactly, artificial intelligence. And so the whole music video, the whole story behind it is basically, it tells the story of Alexa when she first wakes up and gains consciousness as an AI.
So it's like a movie within a music video.
Yes,
I love those, right?
Thank you, yes.
Just around the corner, we're approaching your 2nd anniversary.
Yes.
Time flies by really quickly, doesn't it?
Very quickly.
Tell me some of the highlights of that time.
Some of the highlights. Let's see. Literally, I think about 2 weeks after debut, I went to Singapore for my first ever live performance in front of an international audience. It was for this thing called Camp, and I believe the audience was about 10,000 people. That was definitely a very grand experience for me. Let's see, post-debut last summer, and I believe July, I had my first ever solo concert. So that was also a big milestone for me.
Now, like I said, last night I did a little research, and I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding about Alexa too. They think she's a dancer, but maybe can't sing.
Oh.
Now, we want to kind of prove them wrong, right?
Yes.
This is not true?
This is not true.
Okay.
She sings too.
She sings too. So is there a song you can slightly sing for us here in the studio?
Slightly sing. I'd say sure. I mean, I did have a fan song that was released last year at my solo concert. It's called Moon and Back, and it is a fan song, actually. I wrote it specifically for my fans.
Okay. Just a little teaser, please.
A little bit. Oh boy, we did not warm up today, but here we go. We're holding on to the light, oh, love to the moon and back. 널 보던 작은 빛이 나의 꿈이 됐어. Love to the moon and back. Yeah.
You know, it's so much more angelic and cute than the image that I see here. Because she's a small girl. She's so confident and energetic, and yet she's got an angelic voice coming out.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you.
I know there's probably some dance moves from your first debut. You know, probably some moves that you can just do in your seat.
Sure.
Okay, so let's take a look at the one-shot camera, and you can go for it.
Okay, so
I love stuff like that. The fans love it too, right? Okay, so yes, see, she can sing, not only sing and dance. We talked about it earlier, but there's so many fans who want to live the dream that you are right now. Words of wisdom for those wanting to live that K-pop dream.
Words of wisdom from clearly the wisest person on the planet, Alexa. Yes, my wisdoms. I mean, yeah, you may be like me, who happens to be half Korean. You might be half a different race, or you might not be even mixed with Asian blood at all. But don't let that stop you from wanting to pursue a career in K-pop. But as long as you keep your passion, burning within your heart, and you're willing to work hard and just prove yourself, doors will open. So don't give up and keep fighting.
Okay, so great advice from Alexa. Alexa, what do you want to be doing in the next couple of years? What do you want to accomplish?
I'd just honestly say, I'd like to be doing what I'm doing now. Hopefully reaching bigger and better things, reaching greater heights, and hoping and genuinely praying that, sometime the pandemic comes to an end so that I can tour and meet all of my fans in person, because that's something that's very important to me. So.
Okay, so great words of encouragement from Alexa. We asked the KNET viewers before our interview today if there were some things that we would want to ask Alexa. Okay. Here's one. Are you bored when you work alone? And how do you spend your free time when you're not working?
Well, I do have a few little hobbies, one of which is making beaded bracelets. I'm not wearing any today. Aside from that, I try to learn choreographies in my free time, and I do a lot of jaksa stuff in my free time, so yeah.
Okay, so we've covered our viewer questions, and now for the viewers, we have a quiz for you. Now, don't forget that our K-Friend will draw the line, and whoever answers the question right after that will be the winner of the quiz. Also, you can find out all the details for the quiz at KoreaNet YouTube community, along with the answers and the winners. So, here is our question. Star Live Season 2 musician Alexa. Which genre has she not yet delved into yet? Is it number 1, dance? Number 2, ballad? Number 3, throat? Number 4, drama OST? Once again, leave your answers on the KoreaNet YouTube community. hopefully one lucky person will win some great prizes, right?
Hopefully.
Okay. Just a little clip from the recent song Extra.
Oh, sure thing. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, why
Okay.
not? Whew, let's go. We fly ever so high, I can feel it in my bones. My oh my baby, don't cry, just call me on my telephone. You are my favorite crime, 완벽한 extra time. I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. Extra all the time, gonna blow your mind.
I feel like we should have done this standing up, right? Totally would have looked so much cooler, right? Anyways, it was so much fun meeting Alexa here in person. You can see how down to earth and honest she is, and so show her lots of love and show her lots of support in the future. Thank you for being with us here on Star Live Season 2, Alexa. Hopefully you'll come back and visit us again soon.
Most certainly. Thank you so much for having me.
Then let's say goodbye together.
All right.
Bye-bye.